Okay, we're showing how to do the long prostrations. Okay, you can record. So, first here, at your heart, then you go on your crown, then at your throat, at your heart, then you roll all the way forward. Lama Gönja Sumna Chante Macha Simjana That is on there. It's no chance. Lama Gönja That is on there. Madama There's on there. Lama Gönja Go ahead, he's touching. Lama Gönja That is on there. Like that. Got it?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, good. Now we can start, guys. Okay. And this is called Zen. So you can.
I was gonna get a cushion. Is that
Oh
okay?
yeah, yeah.
Do you want one? A round one?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you. So you wear your Zen like this. Always take your Zen off this way when you're wearing. You go over like this. And this end you pick up and then you throw over your. This one comes over your shoulder, and then this goes on your shoulder like this. And this leftover you hold it in your hand. That's when you are receiving teachings. This is, or when you're walking, you just throw on your shoulder like this. When you're walking, when you're sitting, always this has to come down. When you're receiving teachings or when you're meditating, this is always down here on your lap or your knees like that.
Sitting down, walking up. Like this.
Yes, that's good. Yes. So you have the text. We'll begin that one. These are the opening prayers, and then once you come to this image, that begins the preliminaries. The preliminary begins. But we begin with the opening prayers. So just to know, once you begin the preliminary prayers, these blue boxed ones, like on page 10, those are repeated 3 times. And here, and on page 11, the first box and the second box. So the first box is the refuge, the second box is the bodhicitta.
Are there any that repeat?
Yeah, you repeat the blue box three times.
Big blue box 3 times.
The big, the small, all the blue boxes
3.
3. All
Thank
the.
you.
But when you are doing the prostrations, you read these upper box and the lower box. So the 4 lines go together with the prostration. So you keep on doing that. Doesn't matter how many prostrations you're doing. Keep on, this goes continuously. So you will be reciting many more times than 100,000 because the prostrations take longer than the recitation.
Yes.
So what we are keeping count of are the prostrations, not this one. So but your recitation goes on and on continuously, whether you're going down or coming up. Okay.
So when we're doing it, do we? Is it important to recite it in either language, or either one is okay?
Yeah, you can recite in Tibetan. Sometimes you can recite in English. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. First of all, before we begin any practice, you should check your motivation. We always say, check your motivation. So it's if it is harmful intention or negative intention, we abandon. We need to let go of that intention. And then if our intention is not sure, like neutral, oh, I'm just doing it without any, that's not good. So you need to, those are called neutral intention.
No good also.
Yeah. Undeterminate, those we need to make sure. We need to now change this intention toward virtuous, positive and noble intention. So remember that. Negative intentions, abandon. Neutral intention, you need to change toward positive intention. And what should be our intention? Should be, I am engaging this practice in order to bring all beings to the state of Buddhahood, yes. Okay? So that should be the intention all the time. If we have that intention, then that empowers, that reinforces our practice. So say you are lighting one candle. Without intention, it's just one candle. But if it's with intention, then that power of that lighting the candle becomes boundless, because you intend for boundless sentient beings. So similarly, like that, this practice that we do, if we have no intention, it's just a practice. But if you are bringing forth this intention, then it becomes boundless. So always remember, you cannot afford to lose this intention, okay? So like that.
Small change, big shift.
Yes, yes. And then while you are doing it, be concentrated, be focused, read the words clearly, and then whatever visualize. For example, when there are places where you need to imagine or visualize, those visualizations you need to bring in the mind. Okay? So, and then at the end, once you have done, not mindlessly letting it go, before we finish, before we close, then we dedicate our merit. Okay?
And one line, one prostration.
True.
Okay.
You recite the 4 lines continuously. So you would get 8 lines, doesn't matter, but you keep count of the prostrations. So you go Dezun Jangchu Ning Bo Ma Tho Ba Lama Kancho Sumla Chansa Dane Zunde Korwa Ma Dom Bar Ma Ju Semche Kunge Pende Dezun Jangchu Ning Bo Ma Tho. So you keep on going. You don't stop the recitation. Whether you can catch your breath, it's okay. But the counting, you keep record of the prostrations. Okay? It's good to know. So you need to ask if you have any doubt. Always good to clarify it. Okay? So these are practice that more and more we do, then we understand, it's actually doing it. So you will understand. Okay, so with that motivation to bring all motherly sentient beings, we begin our practice. Page 1.
La maison La mi tu ni nam Ngondro di se mi do dong be na Tersar le ne pa la mi tu la cha se de Kitemida chivi chujinyi kidele jungeluane Kunsun kuwa junye jazuna Junye dalo chula Disun chanchu nimbo madopa lama kunchu sumla Disun chanchu nimbo madopa lama kunchu sumla Disun chanchu nimbo madopa lama kunchu sumla Simje gunye pendedu Tane sunre proa madoba Magir simje gunye pendedu Tane sunre proa madoba Magir simje gunye pendedu Tsirava gunye luda lonjepe Soni zonje kunjo sumabe Sera kunje ludan jepe, soni sonje kunjo sumabe. Sera kunje ludan jepe, soni sonje kunjo sumabe. Lama kusum puji wangji yonzoto Vajra guru kaya wala siddha siddhi Lama vishuranti yeme nga ridwa tenye lami ramsheta Gumbo pamela soane salam puan jumbai chingilo Gumbo pamela soane salam puan jumbai chingilo Gumbo pamela soane salam puan jumbai chingilo
Okay, so that's how we open the prayer, how we open one time. So if you're doing the meditation session, that's how you would open until that point. Now you go back to page 10. Go back to page 10. And then we'll do now the accumulation. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so the page 10, this is the supplication to the Lama. And this practice is a Vajrayana practice. So Vajrayana practice is done relying upon a Lama. So without Lama, there is no Vajrayana practice. Without a Guru, there is no Vajrayana practice. So that's why in order for one to enter into the Vajrayana practice, you have to look for a Guru. You have to search for a Guru. And when you search for the Guru, there are so many qualifications that you need to tick mark, like need to checklist. If this Guru has this, that, and so on and so forth. So Guru has to have the qualities. Guru has to have the lineage. Guru has to have the realization. Guru has to have the blessings. So all of those qualifications you need. And if those qualities are not there, then there's no use in relying on such kind of person, because you'll never advance in your practice, because he or she does not have the blessings, doesn't have the lineage. So it's very important. This is a serious matter. So then if you have that, then you need to rely on that Guru. And if such Guru is available, then you approach and you request, "Oh Guru or Lama, please be my teacher, please be my Guru," like that. So secret Tantra or Tantric path is all about this practice based on a Guru. And whatever your teacher introduces you to, you understanding where you are and what kind of teachings need to be revealed to you. So that's the way of the practice of the Vajrayana. So without teacher, secret Tantra is secret. You are not allowed to receive or practice those teachings because you don't have a Guru. These teachings work because they are kept secret, not because these teachings have faults or mistakes. These are kept secret because only when the student is fit to receive these teachings, then it is opened and revealed. So that's why. So just because they are available up in the internet or on the cloud or whatever you call, doesn't mean that these teachings are for you. So that's the reason secret Tantra is very, very important. They are kept secret because it's only revealed to those who are of the right, right vessel, or meaning right recipient. So therefore, the first line goes, Namo means homage. Lume Tenge Gombalama, Lama, infallible, constant protector, please think of me. So Lama becomes your Buddha, your Dharma, your Sangha. Lama embodies all of those. So therefore, when you supplicate to the Lama, you supplicate to the Buddhas and so forth. So that's why here that word goes, Lama, bless me. So constantly keep an eye on me or be aware of me, like that. The next line is contemplating on the precious human birth. The freedoms and endowments of this precious human birth are extremely difficult to find. So freedom and endowments. Freedom, if you are born in any of these 8 states, you are not free to practice Dharma. If you are born in the hell realm, you are tormented by suffering of heat and cold, that you don't have time to think about Dharma. You would never even hear the word Dharma because there's so much suffering and pain going on. If you're born in hungry ghost, and so anyway, there are 8 different states. If you're born in that, you are not free. But we don't belong to any of those 8 states, so now we have that 8 freedom. 8 freedoms are there. So that's why you need to read the commentaries of the Ngondro, in the words of commentaries. So then you will understand what it means by freedom and endowments, okay? So those 18 characteristics qualify a birth as precious human birth. Then, so you then to checklist again. You see, okay, do I have these qualities? Maybe if you are too busy and you don't have time to practice Dharma, then you don't have the freedom. Yeah, you're constantly occupied in worldly affairs or worldly concern. You don't have the freedom to practice. So then you don't qualify as the precious human birth. Yeah. So anyway, in the commentaries, you need to study.
Where are they?
In the words of my perfect teacher, it's a book. You need to get that.
Okay.
I'll give you the link. Okay. That one. This is the short commentary. Yeah, that one has the. So we went through that one in the teachings, Lama Tarchen Rinpoche's commentary. So you can study those too. So anyway, like that. So this line on page, this paragraph or this on page 10 is the contemplation. Yes?
Teacher, if as a new student, who should I have the intention of sending because it's to Lama?
Yeah. Right now you can think of Guru Rinpoche. Guru Rinpoche, yeah. Guru Rinpoche, like that. Guru Rinpoche embodies all the Buddhas. So Guru Rinpoche is the mind emanation of the primordial Buddha, called Buddha Amitabha. Guru Rinpoche embodies as Chandrizik, who is the embodiment of great compassion of all the Buddhas. Guru Rinpoche embodies Shakyamuni, our historical Buddha. Yeah. So when you think of Guru Rinpoche, all the Buddhas are included. So right now, if you don't have a Lama, till that time you can think of Guru Rinpoche. Yeah. Okay.
Is there a visual to use?
Yeah, like this one behind the lamp. Yeah, that one.
Thank you so much.
We have many Guru Rinpoche here, there, here. So many Guru Rinpoches you can. So anyway, so that's the, so contemplating on fortunate human birth. The third line, whoever is born is subject to change and death. That is contemplating on impermanence. Then Gedilekil Judeluame, the causes and result of virtuous and non-virtuous actions are infallible. That is contemplating on cause and effect, karma. So until we transcend mind, we are subjected to karma. You have to remember that. So until we attain Buddhahood, until we realize wisdom, we are subjected to cause and effect, with karma.
Until then.
Yeah, until then. So that you have to remember. So we should not think that, I'm karma free. So next is the continuous state of the three realms of samsara is an ocean of suffering. So contemplating on the defects of cyclic existence. Cyclic existence consists of 6 realms: God realm, demigod realm, human realm, animal realm, hungry ghost realm, and the hell realm, like that. So because of your karma, you circle through these life. When you do good things, you kind of take higher forms of life. When you do bad things, you fall into, like others, lower miserable realms, and either you're born as an animal or a hungry spirit or a hell realm. The common notion that people think when Buddhists talk about reincarnations, then they think, human will be always born as human. Not necessarily. Human life form is considered one of the higher forms of life. In order to achieve higher form of life, you need to have good merit. You have to have good karma. If you're born as a human being and you spend your whole life engaging in negative karma, then now what happens is you are exhausting all your good karma of the human being or human state, where you only accumulated or engaged in negative karma, your next life will be propelled by that karma. Negative karma plunges you into lower realm. You'll be born either as an animal, bug, or insects, or birds, or fishes, or whatever, like that, tiny little bugs, and so on and so forth. Or you'll be born as a hungry ghost.
Even lower.
Yes, hungry ghosts, where they're constantly tormented by hunger and thirst. They haven't heard the name of, let alone seeing actual food and drink. They haven't even heard the name of food and drink for eons and so forth.
So when you exhaust your karma, you lose all your teachings that you might have accumulated. Like if you started off, it's erased.
Yes, just
There's
like
not even a seed left.
you forget. Once you, we say, like during the time of after death, there is an intermediate state before you take another life form. So that when you die, you become unconscious, and then again something triggers that brings forth your consciousness, and at that time you don't really recognize or understand that you are dead. But when you know that you are dead, there's like a shock. That's like a tremendous pain of separation. That shock kind of completely clears. All your good memories are gone. All your teachings, all whatever you did, not necessarily it will be gone, but you'd forget. Like that. So then that's what propels you in cyclic existence. Good karma takes you higher. And if you keep on doing good things, and so therefore to achieve human birth, it's very, very difficult. Human birth is considered even better than the birth of the gods and the demigods, because in the god realm they have all luxury, but they are distracted in that enjoyment. That time goes fast, and then they realize that they just wasted that whole life without thinking of karma or without thinking of dharma or teachings. Demigods, in the demigod realm, they have so much jealousy and envy. They're constantly jealous of other people's well-off or goodness, or like other people's wealth and well-being and so on and so forth. They're constantly jealous. They cannot remain in peace because they're constantly, they don't have the joy of that birth because they're constantly jealous of other people, other beings. So they don't have time to practice like that. A human being
is the sweet spot.
Yeah, human being has happiness at the same time. We have suffering that makes us reflect. We have some kind of problem that makes us reflect. That drives us to, ponder or contemplate, to look for that reason why are we suffering? What is the purpose of this life and so forth? So human birth. So anyway, so like that. So this is what it means. The continuous state of the three realm of samsara is an ocean of suffering. So even if you're born as a god being, you will plunge down. So samsara, as long as you're in samsara, you're in the nature of suffering. So what is our goal? That we want to transcend samsara. We want to go beyond samsara and attain the state of the Buddhahood. Only Buddha is the one who has transcended samsara. So when we say Buddha, it's not just one Buddha. So when we know in the Buddha's teachings, there are many beings who have practiced in such a way, and they have brought forth the realization. They have attained that wisdom state that transcends samsara. Yeah? You have a question?
No, sorry.
No? Okay. So that's that. So these 4 contemplations: fortunate human birth, impermanence of life, infallible cause and effect, and the nature of samsara. This one, when you think again and again, then your mind will want to look for, okay, what is the solution? Dharma. What is the solution? Who can teach me? Buddha. How do I practice? Like the Sangha. So then our mind turns toward Dharma. So these are called the 4 thoughts that turn our mind towards Dharma. Okay? So then, who can protect us from this kind of miserable situation? The worldly gods cannot protect, because worldly gods, they themselves are within the cycle of this samsara, cyclic existence. Yeah, the worldly gods themselves, they are in God realm. The God realm has many levels, called form realm, formless realm, desire realm God, and so desire realm God is the lowest. Then there is the form realm God, and then there is the formless realm God. So the formless realm God is the highest of all gods. Even there are this formless God realm, which is more like meditative state. So they remain there for countless numbers of years, like eons and eons. But when they wake up from that meditation, they realize, oh, they're still in samsara. Again, they plunge down like that. So even the gods in this God realm cannot protect us. So only Buddhas can protect. So therefore, seeking refuge or taking refuge in the Buddha.
If they slide up or down, are they reborn
Yeah.
as a god, like as a little, and then grow up, or is it just the mind that kind of starts again in a different level? Like a human life starts as a baby and then you get old, but in a god realm, is it like a mind that just starts over again wherever it left off, so it doesn't have to grow through like the entire like fetus to...
There are 4 ways of taking birth. 4 ways. 4 avenues or 4 doorways that take birth. One is called through the womb. One is called through an egg. Through an egg. It's called double birth. First it has to come up from the chicken or from the bird once.
Yeah.
Then second it has to be hatched. Yeah? Like that. Third one is called moisture, like bacteria in the gutter.
Just
in the warmth, like in the cheese or when it rots.
Culture.
From there, like worms or bugs, you see right in front of your eyes. They kind of germinate and then immediately they take form. So through heat or through moisture. Yeah. The fourth one is called magical birth, automatic or magical birth. You don't see right now. Immediately they are there. So the God's birth, the God realm birth, it's through magic, like it's called magical birth. And in the hell realm doesn't have, it's not given birth by someone. They appear there all of a sudden. For example, someone who is very negative in this lifetime, soon as they die, their breath goes out of their body, they plunge into the hell realm. They went there, but all of a sudden they're there. So similarly, like that, someone who is very, like virtuous, someone very positive, no negative at all, soon as they die, all of a sudden they're born in the God realm. So these are called miraculous birth. So 4 ways of taking birth. So you never know through which kind of So generally the desire realm, we talk the desire like the animals, the birds, human beings. We are here. This realm is called desire realm. Usually we are born through either through a womb, or through an egg, or through moisture. Like the bugs that we see, bugs like the for flies, the flies and so forth, flies and bees and so forth.
Also.
Yeah, you see. Like the fruit flies. Yeah, we see it just comes from the fruits, those kind of They're not born miraculously. You see, because they kind of from the heat and from the rotting fruit or cheese or whatever, they come from there. Yeah. So, like the hungry ghost, the hell realm, and then the God realm, and so on and so forth. These births are all of a sudden. They went there the first instant, the second instant they appear right in front. So these are the 4 kinds of birth. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, so like that. So then when you think about this one, when you think, oh, samsara is a fearful place, I have taken so many births, so many lifetimes in samsara, then a deep disgust rises in your heart that you are no more. Samsara looks attractive outside, but when you understand the nature, you feel disgusted or you feel remorse. You don't like samsara anymore. So that kind of, then there's that's a feeling, or there's a thought in your mind that I want to be free from this kind of state. That thought is called renunciation. That you're driven, that you want to find a place or find a state that is free from this kind of suffering. That mindset is now the mindset that is ready to take refuge. So then, you look for some kind of protection, worldly protection. Worldly gods can kind of deceive you. They might say, okay, I will protect you. I'll protect you from samsara, but how can they protect when they themselves are trapped or in the worldly suffering, yeah? So whom should you look for refuge is the awakened one, Buddha, who has transcended samsara. How can the Buddhas protect? How can this Buddhas protect? Because they have these 3 things. Omniscience. Omniscience means they have the omniscience. They have realized everything. They know everything. They have nothing that is obscured. If you don't have omniscience, you're not a Buddha. They know everything because they have realization. They have wisdom realization. They have omniscience. Worldly gods don't have omniscience. They themselves are confused. They're in that ignorant state. So omniscience is what you have to have. 1. Great compassion. Yeah, great compassion. It's unconditioned compassion. Worldly gods are always biased. They have judgment. They say, okay, I will help you if someone worships me or serves me or does good thing to me. I will punish, I will banish, I will, not consider them if they do bad things to me or those kind of things. They always have judgment or they have biased. Great compassion doesn't have that. Great compassion, universal. All beings are considered just like one child. same. There is no up and down. So Buddhas have great compassion. They have no biased feeling. They have no, they never see someone near or someone far. They regard every being as equal. How did they come to that state? Because they trained in bodhicitta. And then they perfected that great compassion and wisdom. The third one is called the power. They have the power. If someone comes and then takes refuge in them, they have the power that they can liberate. So three things. A Buddha has these three things: omniscience, great compassion, and power of liberation. If they don't have this, if these beings or these Buddhas or whoever considers that they're going to protect you, don't have these three things, they cannot liberate. They can pretend they have. They can pretend they have omniscience. If they don't have, they are still in ignorance. They cannot protect you. They cannot be the refuge. If they don't have great compassion, they cannot be the refuge. If they don't have the power of liberation. So we understand Buddhists have this three things. That's the quality of the Buddha. That's the quality of the awakened one. Because they are a reason. They manifest Buddhahood, realizing these three things: omniscience, great compassion, and the power of liberation. So then going for refuge to such being can protect us from samsara, from this suffering of samsara. Because they guide you. It's not like they are protecting, but they are showing a way for us to free from samsara. It's not like they're just kind of protecting only us, not others. Because their compassion pervades or is equal for all beings. It's not like only Buddhists are being protected by them. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's everyone is. But who comes close or not, it's dependent on who walks onto the path, who enters the path. So then taking refuge is, then we now connect with the Buddha. We say the compassion or the wisdom of Buddha is just like the sun. It's sun always shining, but then the north face caves, the caves that are facing north, they never touch the light because they're facing the wrong direction. Yeah, so like that. Okay. So then, taking refuge, we enter into the path, taking Buddha as the teacher. We take refuge in the path, taking Dharma as the pathway, as the medicine. We take refuge on the path, taking the Sangha as the companions on the path. Like that. And then further on, then we cultivate bodhicitta, that this practice, or we are not doing this just for ourselves, but we want to awaken all beings to the state of Buddhahood. So that's refuge and bodhicitta. So with that mind, with that mindset, with taking the refuge and cultivating that mindset, then we do the prostrations. Okay? Okay. Page 10. Namo lume tenge gombo lamai ken del joro dine shindu ne parka keze medai chiwe cheche yin gede leke jure luwai me kamsum korwai dungai janse ngang Jenne dalo chelai jurwara sho Dizun jangsho ningbo maton bar Lamai genjo sumlai chapsu chi Dane zunde korwa maton bar Majur semjen kunge pende drup Dezon Jangchu Ningbo Mato Bar Lamai Ngöndro Sumlai Japsu Che Dane Zonde Korwa Madon Bar Majur Semjen Kunge Penden Rup Dezon Jangchu Ningbo Mato Bar Lamai Ngöndro Sumlai Japsu Che Dane Zonde Korwa Madon Bar Majur Semjen Kunge Pendendo. So when we recited earlier with our teacher that chanting is from Rinpoche, there we have the refuge 3 times, yeah. Then refuge, both the mind training 3 times, the refuge 3 times, the bodhicitta 3 times. But right now when we are doing according to the accumulation. So say you want to now accumulate the prostrations, you do this continuously. You do this, remember? You're doing the prostrations. So this is what you would accumulate. Some people want to do just the accumulation of the prostrations before going further. They just, they don't want to do the other part. So then they can do this. So every day they're working on the refuge and bodhicitta and the prostrations. So you just do this. So once you've accumulated 100,000, then you move on to accumulating the mandala offerings. The mandala is on page 12. Okay? So it's all up to you. And some people want to accumulate all of them together. So they do like 100 prostrations. And then they move on to doing 100 mandala offerings. Then they go on to accumulating 100 Vajra Sattva mantras, like that. So it's all up to whichever way you want to accumulate. It's okay. Okay, now the mandala offering, page 12. So mandala offering, remember the mandala offering like this. For mandala offering, you have to have a pen like this. See those 4 levels? 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. You see that one? Over there with the coral and the turquoise and so forth over there. That's the mandala. So you need to have one like that. That's called the support mandala. So there, it symbolizes the entire multiverse, the entire many millionfold universe in there, like that. All are included there. Then so then you fill that one with jewels or grains or whatever you want, so like that. So that becomes the support mandala. And this one in your front, you have then. This is called the accumulation mandala. So you have a pen with a cloth piece here so that your jewels on your grains don't scatter. So you have to have something like this. It's a big piece of cloth. And then here I have grains. It's just rice, but I also use jewels and pearls, and I have that one. So you can use whichever you want. So if you use rice, then you have to change this once in a while. You have to, once it gets dirty from your sweat and all of those, you cannot reuse that. So you can take this and then you can throw it out in the garden or outside so the birds or insects can eat them. So you use fresh rice. And these are washed in saffron, so that's why they look yellow. So saffron rice. So then there's a way to do that one. So you hold your mala and then when you're doing this Then you recite, you accumulate these 4 lines on page 12. That's the mandala offering. So what you're saying, I offer my bodies, wealth, and glories from all of my lives to the 3 jewels in order to perfect the 2 accumulation. This is to create favorable conditions, so to accumulate merit. We are doing this accumulation. So you offer, not grasping and holding on to anything. You offer everything, materially or emanated or mentally emanated. So all the beautiful things, all the riches and wealth, in this world, like wonderful, places, beautiful flowers, beautiful gardens, meadows, and, vista, whatever, all of those, lakes and oceans and mountains and pastures, and food, like farms and houses, palaces, beautiful forms, sound, smell, taste, touch, all of those you imagine and you make offerings like that. So when you're doing that, you have to have like this. So then first you take pinch of rice and then you clean the pan like that. There's a way to do it, so you'll have to learn that one, okay? Then once you've done, you place this one, then you go. This is called a 7 heap. So you put 7 heap here. First in the center, second in east. This is facing directly toward you. This is east. This is south. This is west. And this is north. So then 2 more. You have sun and moon. So center, east, south, west, north, here and here. So this becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they are called 7 heaps. So then as you recite, like that. So when you wipe out, you pull 1 bead again. So again you go. Like that, the rest. So you pour as well as you clean once, and again you scoop. So again you go. So as you have done, you keep on pulling your beads too. So whichever works, either a clicker or the mala, like that. So that's the way to do the accumulation of the mandala. So when you're doing, you have to have mandala like that, and a pan like this, and the grains and jewels and so forth. So when you are just doing the practice, then we make the mandala mudra. This is the mandala mudra, like that. Tserai kunge le dan long jen pang sone zo chere kencho sum lam pang. Tserai kunge le dan long jen pang sone zo chere kencho sum lam pang. Tserai kunge le dan long jen pang sone zo chere kencho sum lam pang. Okay, now next the Vajra Sattva. So Vajra Sattva, this is the deity that we are visualizing. So in order for us to purify our negativities, negativities and this karma, when we say negatives, it means our karma. Karma is not just of this life, but so many lifetimes that we have taken. There are karma that have ripened, there are karma that haven't ripened, but still the seed are dormant. When those seed come across the circumstances, for example, some seed are washed away, and maybe they're right now somewhere where sunlight hasn't hit, and so forth like that. But when sunlight comes, or when rain comes and moistens, and then it will germinate. Similarly like that, our karma from so many lifetimes are dormant. Right now they haven't. But we are not free from all of those karma. That's why, for no reason, that we suffer. It's so. Therefore, there are so many karmas that we have, that they will ripen when circumstances assemble, when all of those conditions come together. So karma is infallible, we say. Then, but there is a way. There is one good thing about karma, is that we can purify them. We say negativities have no qualities, but there's one quality of negativities that can be purified. The good thing about it. So therefore, before they ripen, before they bear fruit, if we purify our karma, then they will not bear fruit. So therefore, here we use Vajra Sattva to purify our karma. When we say purifying here, we use this practice through four ways, like 4 powers. First of all, we need to bring in our mind all the negativities that we had done in our past, and then we need to generate a remorse or regret. That whatever we did, karma, it's terrible. We should think like that, and then I will never engage. Say we need to acknowledge that all the karma that we had done, if we are not going to purify now, it will bear fruit. So therefore, I'm sorry, I regret for having done those negativities like that. So that's the power of remorse or regret. Okay.
Regret and remorse,
yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. So then the second is the power of the support. We say we use Vajra Sattva. We use Vajra Sattva. This is the deity. So like. So like that, we use Vajra Sattva, because Vajra Sattva is the Buddha that has the power to purify all of our karma. So we use Vajra Sattva as the power of support, we say. First is the power of remorse. Second is the power of support. The third is the power of purification, that we use Vajra Sattva mantra, recitation of the Vajra Sattva mantra to purify. So there is a whole sequence, or there's a whole method of how we do the visualization. So Vajra Sattva is not just like a statue, or made it from gold or silver or from bronze or from clay or those kind of thing. Vajra Sattva is a being or awakened being that has the power and is rainbow-like body, is transparent. And this is wisdom being that has the power, if you supplicate, will purify our karma. So we use that one. And then in the heart of Vajra Sattva, we visualize there's the moon disk. On the moon disk is the Hung Sit syllable. Hung Sit syllable is encircled by the Vajra Sattva mantra. So as we focus, concentrate and recite the Vajra Sattva mantra, this nectar descends from this Vajra Sattva Sit syllable and then flows through Vajra Sattva's body and then enters into our body through the crown chakra, or this aperture here, and fills our entire body in this way, cleansing all of our sickness, all of any disease that we have, completely purifies, and all negativities, the negativities, like any kind of negativities that we have, is completely purified. Any kind of negative spirits that we have, any kind of negative like possession or any kind of spirits that we have hidden, is purified with that. Any kind of negativities like negative karma that are in store are purified. any kind of defilements, any kind of stains that we have associating within that negativities, all of those obscurations are purified. So then our body completely purified with that nectar, then our body becomes like crystal clear form. So then like that. So that's the third, the power of the purification. The fourth is the power of reconciliation, meaning power of a vow that hereafter I will not engage in negativity. The power of the vow or commitment, that has to be there. So these four powers have to be there. If you don't have that, then purification doesn't work. So with that one, then we recite, we visualize Vajrasattva, and then not mindlessly, but then focusing on the visualization with concentration. As we recite the mantra, from the mantra garlands going round and round, nectar drip down, flowing through Vajrasattva's union and falling in our crown here like this, and filling our crown chakra, filling our throat chakra, filling our heart chakra, filling our navel chakra, and then going through our lower body like that, and falling way down beneath the earth, going through our cushion, way down onto the earth, and then way beneath the earth there is Yama, our karmic debtors, our karmic creditors are there. They're waiting for us to pay our karma. So then it falls in their mouth. As it falls in their mouth, it falls like wish-fulfilling jewel. If they're waiting for us to pay back our body, like wealth, all those credits that we owe to them, it appears to them like that, and then they're completely paid off. So then we are free from karma. So that's the way to do the visualization. Okay, so page 14 now. So we'll chant that one few number of times. Om Banza Santo Samaya Mano Palaya Banza Santo Teno Pate Shandur Dome Bawa Sudokaya Subokaya Me Bawa Anuranto Me Bawa Sarva Sindi Me Praya Sarva Karma Suja Sudam Shriam Guru Hung Ha Hum Bhagavan Sarva Tatankata Banza Mame Manza Banza Bawa Maha Samaya Sato Om Banza Santo Samaya Mano Palaya Banza Santo Teno Pate Shandur Dome Sudokaya me bawa, subokaya me bawa, anurado me bawa, sarva siddhi me prayata, sarva karma sudha. Siddham Shriyam Guru Hung Ha Hum Bhagavan, sarva tadangata benza mame. Benza bhava maha samaya santoa, om benza santo samaya mano palaya, benza santo ten. Tirsandur me bawa, sudokaya me bawa, subokaya me bawa, anurado me.
Sarva siddhi me prayata sarva karma sutta me citam shriyam koro hum ha 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 ho bhagavan. Sarva tata gata benja mame munja benja bhava maha samaya santo. Om benja santo samaya manu palaya benja santo teno patir chandur me bhava sudokayam. Subokayam me bhava anurato me bhava sarva siddhi me prayata sarva karma sutta. Citam shriyam koro hum ha 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 ho bhagavan. Sarva tata gata benja mame. Benja bhava maha samaya santo. Om benja santo samaya manu palaya. Benja santo teno patir chandur me bhava sudokayam me bhava subokayam. Anurato me bhava sarva siddhi me prayata sarva karma sutta me citam shriyam koro hum ha 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 ho bhagavan. Sarva tata gata benja mame munja benja bhava maha samaya santo. Om benja santo samaya manu palaya. Benja santo teno patir chandur me bhava sudokayam me bhava subokayam me bhava anurato me. Sarva siddhi me prayata sarva karma sutta me citam shriyam koro hum ha 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 ho bhagavan. Sarva tata gata benja mame munja benja bhava maha samaya santo. Om benja santo samaya manu palaya. Benja santo teno patir chandur me bhava sudokayam me bhava subokayam me bhava anurato me bhava sarva siddhi me prayata sarva karma sutta me citam shriyam koro hum ha 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 ho bhagavan. Sarva tata gata benja mame benja bhava maha samaya santo. Om benja santo samaya manu palaya. Benja santo teno patir chandur me bhava sudokayam me bhava subokayam anurato me bhava sarva siddhi me prayata sarva karma sutta me citam shriyam koro hum ha 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 ho bhagavan. Sarva tata gata benja mame benja bhava maha samaya santo. Om benja santo samaya manu palaya. Benja santo teno patir chandur me bhava sudokayam me bhava subokayam anurato me bhava sarva siddhi me prayata sarva karma sutta me citam shriyam koro hum ha 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 ho bhagavan. Sarva tata gata benja mame benja bhava maha samaya santo. Om benja santo samaya manu palaya. Benja santo teno patir chandur me bhava sudokayam me bhava subokayam anurato me bhava sarva siddhi me prayata sarva karma sutta me citam shriyam koro hum ha 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 ho bhagavan. Sarva tata gata benja mame benja bhava maha samaya santo. Om benja santo samaya manu palaya. Benja santo teno patir chandur me bhava sudokayam me bhava subokayam anurato me bhava sarva siddhi me prayata sarva karma sutta me citam shriyam koro hum ha 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 ho bhagavan. Sarva tata gata benja mame benja bhava maha samaya santo. Om benja santo samaya manu palaya. Benja santo teno patir chandur me bhava sudokayam me bhava subokayam me bhava anurato me sarva siddhi me prayata sarva karma sutta me citam shriyam koro hum ha 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 ho bhagavan. Sarva tata gata benja mame benja bhava maha samaya santo. Om benja santo samaya manu palaya. Benja santo teno patir chandur me bhava sudokayam me bhava subokayam me anurato me bhava sarva siddhi me prayata sarva karma sutta me citam shriyam koro hum ha 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 ho bhagavan. Sarva tata gata benja mame benja bhava maha samaya santo. Om benja santo samaya manu palaya. Benja santo teno patir chandur me bhava sudokayam me bhava subokayam me anurato me bhava sarva siddhi me prayata sarva karma sutta me citam shriyam koro hum ha 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 ho bhagavan. Sarva tata gata benja mame benja bhava maha samaya santo. Om benja santo samaya manu benja santo teno patir chandur me bhava sudokayam me bhava subokayam anurato me bhava sarva siddhi me prayata sarva karma sutta me citam shriyam koro hum ha 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 ho bhagavan. Sarva tata gata benja mame benja bhava maha samaya santo. Om benja santo samaya manu palaya. Benja santo teno Tersar me bhava sudokayam me bhava subokayam me bhava anurato me sarva siddhi me prayata sarva karma sutta me citam shriyam koro hum ha 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 ho bhagavan. Sarvata Gata Banjar Mame Munja Banjar Bhava Maha Samaya Sato Om Banjar Sato Samaya Manopal Banjar Sato Jeno Bajar Sadur Dome Bhava Sudo Kayama Bhava Subo Kayama Anurado Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Me Prayatsa Sarva Karma Sujame Chetam Shriam Koro Ha 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 Hom Bhagavan Sarvata Gata Banjar Mame Munja Banjar Bhava Maha Samaya Sato So we did 21 times this one. That's the way how you visualize Vajrasattva in union with the consort. And this body, the form of Vajrasattva is not like solid, but it is rainbow transparent, body of light. It's in, you can see through inside out like that. It's called the wisdom body, rainbow like body, but it's a luminous body. It's not just like light bulb like that, but it is actually has the wisdom quality. Whoever is, makes connection, whoever sees that, just like we see light, and light brings warmth, those kind, similarly like that, or light dispels darkness. So Vajrasattva's body is like that. When we see, it dispels the darkness. When it touches, it brings the warmth, the wisdom warmth, or the connection. It purifies like that. So we should visualize like that, and then the visualization with the mantra is like that, and the purification is happening. You feel that the nectar is dripping down, and you can feel it. You can actually experience. And then all your negativities, all your illnesses and so forth, disease and so forth, are kind of expelled from your body like that. You should do that. So usually we do many times, but today, because we were talking a lot, so we did 21 times, just explaining what is going on. So, and we are in our own form here, right? At this time, we are in our own form. Our teacher in the form of Vajrasattva here, in union with the consort, and then the mantra garden in the heart. Here we are here just to depict it's big like that, but in respect to Vajrasattva's body and so forth, these are like just one fine hairbrush painting. Or so the seed syllable is hung in the center, that's blue, and all other seed syllables are like gold or like white pearl strands going round and round like that, and the nectar dripping down from both the seed syllable and the mantras like that. So it is to be like continuous. Here it only shows like drip coming, but it's like a stream, continuous stream flowing and then going uninterrupted, flowing through your body, like cleansing and then washing off from your lower orifices. And in your heart, now you visualize this Om Vajra Sattva Hum. In your heart, there are 4 petal lotus. So in the center, we say 5 petal lotus. In the center, there is 1 petal. So in the east, there is 1, south, west, and north like that. So 5 petal lotus. So in the center is the Hung syllable. So then Om is in the east, it is white in color. Vajra is in the south, yellow in color. Sa is in the west, red in color. Twa is west in the north, which is green in color. So Om Vajra Sattva Hum. So you can recite that Om Vajra Sattva Hum as you visualize these 5 syllables in your heart. So in Om Vajra Sattva, Om Vajra Sattva, Om. There is no set requirement of how many you need to visualize, how many to recite this, but until you get a clear visualization, you feel that it's there like that, you keep on reciting Om Vajra Sattva, 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 Om Vajra Sattva Hum. Then finally you dissolve. So in the deity generation, there are 2 aspects. One is called the creation or generation stage. You gave rise to the visualization of the deity sitting on top of a lotus, moon, sun disk, like that, and with all of these attributes, the face and eyes and so on and so forth, the dresses, the ornaments, jewelries and so forth, and then in the heart the seed syllables, the mantras and so on and so forth. So now in your heart you have these 5 petal as well as the seed syllables, Hung in the center, Om, Vajra, Sat, Twa, Hung in the center, like that. So then when you dissolve, then Vajra Sattva dissolves, into the seed syllable. They come down, they dissolve, and then dissolves into the the ta seed syllable, Twa seed syllable. Twa dissolves into the sa dissolves into Vajra dissolves into Om dissolves into Hung in the center, Hung. That syllable right in the heart, that's Hung. That blue in the heart, that's Hung seed syllable. Now Hung dissolves from bottom up, like that. So you see like a hook there is. Then above that hook there is one tiny vowel, and then there is the Ha, the main character, and then you see the crescent moon, and then you see the sun on top, and then the sun has a wiggly tail, like a pigtail. So it dissolves from underneath, it kind of going up, and then finally it dissolves into the crescent moon. Then crescent moon dissolves into the sun disk. The sun disk has this wiggly tail, or like a pigtail. It dissolves there, and then the pigtail becomes traceless, dissolves into space tracelessly. And that is when you become, that is what it means by Vajrasattva dissolves into light and becomes one with me. So like that. You assume that you have become inseparable from Vajrasattva. So that's the dissolution. So okay, page 14, the last line. Page 14, last line. Vishu dana dandre roche jur. So like that. Okay, now we'll do the Guru Yoga, page 15. In Guru Yoga, we visualize ourselves as Vajra Yogini. The difference between Guru Yoga and the other, we are just visualizing ourselves as ordinary form. When we are taking refuge, we have our Lama in front, and then we are constantly praying to the Lama, grant us the blessings that refuge takes place in me. When we are doing Bodhicitta, we are visualizing the Lama in front of us, praying, may Bodhicitta cultivate in my mind, like that. So those when we are doing Vajrasattva, we are visualizing our Lama in the form of Vajrasattva, receiving the blessings or this nectar descending down and purifying us. But when we are doing Guru Yoga, we visualize ourselves as Vajra Yogini. Vajra Yogini is red in color, youthful, very beautiful. So you have to visualize. There next to the, you see, I'll show you later, it's there, Vajra Yogini. In the lamp here, next to it looks like this, but red in color here. You look over here, this deity, this is Dakini, so, but she's red in color, so like that. All the attributes are pretty much the same, holding a skull, holding a hook knife in the right hand, and the skull cup, and the legs lifted up. The right leg is lifted up like a dancing pose, like that, hook knife, and adorned with the skull crowns, and then naked but with bone ornaments, like that. That's so. If you search for Vajra Yogini, you'll see. So you need to visualize yourself as Vajra Yogini. So when we are doing Vajra Yogini, so we visualize ourselves as Vajra Yogini, and our Lama in the form of Guru Rinpoche. So okay, we'll do page 15. Ahum Benza Guru Pema Siddhi. That one you would recite. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi. Om Ahum Vajra Guru. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi. Om Ahum Vajra Guru. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi. Om Ahum Vajra. 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 Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi. Om Ahum Vajra. 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 Om Ahum. 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 Om So you supplicate to your Lama in this way. So that's those 4 lines are the supplication, and then through reciting the Vajraguru mantra, then you invoke the blessings of the Lama, and then on page 16 then we receive the 4 empowerments. So you learn some of the time on this 4 empowerments. Kusun tuge wanje yongzon to benzara guru kaya waka zinda sindi hong. So the 4 empowerments from the crown of the Lama, white light, there's Om, Ah, Hung here. So Om is white in color, Ah is red in color, Hung is blue in color. So white like crystal light radiates out and strikes onto our body, purifying all karma of our body and defilements related to our body, like that. And then through the throat, red light like ruby light comes out, striking onto our throat, purifying all karma related to our speech and defilements. And then from the heart, blue light from this Hung syllable, blue light radiates out, striking onto our heart, purifying all karma related to our mind and defilements, like that. Then fourth, lastly, light from the crown, throat and heart simultaneously, all at once, like this, strikes onto our body, speech and mind inseparably, purifying all our habitual karma and defilements, like that. So in relation to that, there are 4 empowerments, and then it plants the 4 seeds onto our mind stream. And if we practice in such a way, then we can bring forth the 4 different states of awakening to Buddhahood, like that. Okay. And then finally, now we dissolve. Lama dissolves into light, and that light dissolves in our heart, and we become our mind, and the wisdom mind of the Lama merges inseparably. And in that wakeful state, awareness and emptiness, we say, that's the absolute Lama. So we rest in meditation, like that. Okay, page 16. The Lama wushu rangtem irme nga rigdon denge lame rangshel ta. So that's the way to do the Guru Yoga. So in the Guru Yoga, when you are doing the foundation practice, you try to achieve 1200,000 times of the Vajraguru mantra. Once you have done 1200,000 times, then you aim to do 36,000 times, 3600. So once you have done 3600 times recitation, then you go for 100,000. So 1 million Guru Rinpoche mantra, like that. Okay. So the main accumulation in the Ngöndro are the 500,000. So this is just more like a bonus, or you can do more if you want to do that. So this is a powerful practice, because these Om Ahum Banza Guru Pema, the mantra of Guru Rinpoche. Guru Rinpoche says, this is the hard syllables. There are 12 syllables. Om Ahum Bajra Guru Pema. 12 syllables. These are the hard syllables of Guru Rinpoche. Whoever recites 1,200,000 times burns the seed of samsara. Burns the seed of samsara. He or she will never have to take rebirth in samsara anymore.
Is that like the outer shell?
Yeah, it burns the karma for,
Everything.
yeah, burns the karma. 1200,000 burns the seed. And then the reciting 3600,000 times, then you become equal to the awareness holder. You know, all the awareness, there are realized awareness masters. So you become, you fit into the category, class of the wisdom holders of the Vidyadharas. If you recite 100,000, 100, so it's 100,000 times, then you are not separate from me, Guru Rinpoche says. You are not separate from me. So like that. So Guru Yoga is an essential practice. So then page 16. This is Poa. This is called the swift transference of our consciousness. So in case before we've completed our 500,000 times this Ngondro practice, death would come all of a sudden, then you would visualize like this. You know, you shoot your consciousness through your crown aperture, merging into Buddha Amitabha or Guru Rinpoche's heart, and then you are reborn in Guru Rinpoche's pure Ram, like that, or Amitabha's pure Ram. So this is called the profound practice of Poa, the profound path or the profound practice of Poa. Page 17 is the dedication. So, you know, let alone possessions and so forth. Why should we mention the need of this possession to be given? In order to attain Buddhahood, even, you know, we need to offer our body. So then these things, the materials and so forth, are needless to mention. So when we dedicate offering our body, wealth and possession. For what purpose? You know, with an is there an expectation that you will be well off in your next life or you will have good karma? No. We dedicate in order for all sentient beings to attain Buddhahood. So that's the right way of dedicating. Okay? So that's the way to dedicate. So then we say here, may great waves of benefit be accomplished without obstacle for all sentient beings. So we shouldn't have any kind of grasping or clinging, because those are the obstacles. Yeah? Those are the obstacles that can hinder attaining Buddhahood or sentient beings attaining Buddhahood. So we have no grasping and clinging. We offer everything, you know, from the bottom of our hearts without any kind of conceptual grasping and so on. So we offer that so that all sentient beings attain Buddhahood. So that's the definite, like the ultimate way of dedicating our merit. Okay, now page 18. This is a prayer for the teachings of Guru Rinpoche, Shantarakshita, and King Trosong Datsen, who brought these teachings to Tibet and who established these teachings in Tibet so that this teaching spread in all parts of this universe. So that's the aspiration prayers. Okay, so that's the way to do the practice. Now we'll dedicate the merit that we have accumulated from our practice. Go to page 63. Page 63. 63. Half page. Huh? It says dedication of merit and prayers of aspiration. Sunnam de ye tamje zigba ne tobne ne ben ranam pamje shin ke ga na che balon trobai sebe tsole drowa ra sho jambe pao je dara kemba da kundo zangbo de yan de jente de da kunge je so daglo che Gewa de da tamje rabdo ngo de sum sheng ben gewa tamje ke ngowa gang la chodo ngao pa den da ge gewe sawa de ken cha zangbo che che rando ngo ra ge jang cho sem cho rimbo che ma ge ban nam ke juru che ke ba nyam ba me ba da Gone Ngondro Pewara Sho Janchu Semdai Midraji Janchu Chelai Shewa Dan Sange Namge Yongzon Shi Duke Lenang Pangwara Sho Janchu Semba Namge Ne Roden Tola Ngondro Gombo Yinne Gangong Ba Semchen Namla Dejorosh Semchen tamchen den dan den juro che Ngöndro tamchen dan tu dong barasho Janshu semba ganda sarjomba de dai kunge melam dro barasho gewa de ye gewa kun sonam ye she chozo shin sonam ye she le jongwe Damba kunne to barasho rinchen geso de ye drowa kun Tatu dambe chendai midrashin ranshin denne zoba tarchinne Chenga drobe jigden ze barasho pende junne temba peljuruch Tsera kundu chelai che juruche gelkam kundu tashi ge juruch Drogun chamche sange top juruche lama kukam zangwara sewand Chodu kuze ringwara selwande, chinle darjin ge bara sewande. Lama dan rewa me bara jinge lo, gandu kebe gewa tamjend. Tore yenden dünden to bara sho, gema tadu chedan che juruj. Tsurshin rube rangwa ye bara sho, deryan lama damba nejej. Nindan sendu chelai che parasho che do nene ningbo dendrud. Sede sebe janso gawarasho se paradambe che rab denjej. Shempen rulai chongal me parasho labchen shenden shore me bai. Tamche chamche sange to parasho che sul deyan nende kilkorash. Choke Tandro Kundu Rajuro Den Lode Pemo Rabdo Gejej Sange Temba Darjeng Ge Parasho Lungre Tebe Mishe Driblend Menga Sambe Tezom Munach Gomjo Yege Nelo Jejens Sherab Sumge Nawa Ge Parasho Ngondro resum langa chegui ngang gudan yeshe robar jamle be zabsan aljor chembe nyamlen la yerme tuke tigle roche sho kewa kundu yangda lamada dalme chege pella lonche chen sada lamge yende rabzote Palden lame gopan yoroto sho. And this mantra, when you're reciting this mantra, we recite the first mantra 4 times. And the second mantra, we recite 3 times.
4 and then 3.
Om Ahom Benza Guru Pema Sindhi Hong 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 Om Ahom Benza Guru Pema Te Treng Tsao Benzara Samayanza Sindhi Pala Om Ahom Benza Guru Pema Te Treng Tsao Benzar Samayanza Sindhi Pala Om Ahom Benza Guru Pema Te Treng Tsao Benzar Samayanza Sindhi Pala Hung Ah. Okay, so like that. That's how we practice. So you can immediately start doing it, and then keep a record of how many you are doing every day. So don't think it's doing 3 is too less and everything like that. Even if you're not able to do more, you can do 3 and then just keep building like that. If you wish I want to do 1,000 a day, and then if you're not able to accomplish it, then you feel depressed or you feel discouraged like that. You can just carry on doing, like, okay, let me do 21, or let me do 50, or let me do 100. Yes?
Is saying it out loud, or is saying it in your head the same as out loud? Can you do it mentally?
You have to read out loud. You have to say loud, okay. Yes, because you are accumulating. You have to say it loud. And later on, there are practices that you can just chant in your breath. There's many different ways of chanting. Some are sang melodiously and worded out so that people can hear or like that. There are some you kind of hum. So other people cannot hear what you're saying, but you can mumble.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, like if you're in a group of people and you want to continue.
Yeah.
something.
And then there are some chanting that you just no sound, but you can only recite it in your heart, recite in your mind, like that. So for this one, you have to recite it. You have to make sound. Okay, those of you online, take care and we'll see you soon. Touch the lake.